What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome to a new series here on my channel, and it is the Pentagon Challenge, the almighty challenge that it is. So before I go in and talk about what's gone on in the save so far, I want to talk about the actual save itself. So some people may not know what the Pentagon Challenge is. So for those who don't, the Pentagon Challenge is to win the 5 continental competitions in the 5 continents you can have the game from the start. So this is Africa, Asia, North America, South America and Europe, and the idea is that by the end of your career, whenever that may be, you have to have won the African Champions League, the Asian Champions League, the North American Champions League, the European Champions League, and the Copa Libertadores, whatever that one was called, is the South American Champions League. So that's the idea. You have to win all of them by the end of your career, and there's no time limit, so this can take 50 years, it can take 10 years, depending on how fortunate you are, depending on how lucky you are with the opportunities and how well you do at your team. So it's going to be a hell of a journey, it's going to be quite an adventure, because of the fact we're going to all these different countries and continents and things like that. So we're going to have to develop playing styles depending on what's dominant in divisions, and overall it's going to be a very good journey. So quickly, what I will do, I didn't mean to click on that. What I will do is I'll show you the leagues I have open. So I decided to start off with quite a small bunch of leagues already open. And then what I will do is once the save progresses on, I will add and remove leagues depending. So say when we're done in Asia, there'll be no point in me having the Asian leagues open, but I'll probably keep like maybe China open depending on what league or whatever team that I won. Whatever country I was in when I won the Champions League, there you go, I got that out. Whatever country I was in when I won the Champions League, I'll always keep that division open, just so we can see how the team that we managed in that league did after I left, and things like that. Leagues I've opened so far is the Argentinian first 2 divisions, the Australian League, the Brazilian top 2 divisions, the Chinese League, the Hong Kong League, the Mexican, 2 Mexican leagues, 2 South African leagues, and a South Korean League. So I gave myself a little bit of a choice where I wanted to start. It could have been South America, could have been North America, could have been Asia, or it could have been Africa. And after applying for a few jobs, as I will show you right now, we had a few interviews originally. These were at Kichi, who I'm currently in charge of now, so that gives you an idea of how things went. Tunmun Sports, who are in the Hong Kong division, as well as Tichy, I should probably mention that. Witbank Spurs, who are in the South African 2nd Division, African Warriors, who are in the South African 2nd Division, and United Football Club, who are also in the South African 2nd Division. So I had all them jobs come in. Kichi were a top team in Hong Kong, so they were a team that I really took on board. Tunmun Sports were a team expected to finish dead last in the Hong Kong division, so I really didn't feel like going for them. So I actually declined their job interview. I had no interest in going into a relegation scrap to start off my career and really affect how my stats look coming into the game. And then Witbank Spurs were expecting, I think, mid-table it was. African Warriors were top half, and I think so was United Football Club. I think they were top half as well. So really, any of the African divisions, any of the African teams attracted me, and Kichi did as well. So I went to all them interviews and did them. Sadly, none of the African teams were willing to talk to me. Kichi actually accepted me, and I delayed it because I hadn't heard back from my African teams yet. I wanted to just wait and see what happened there, but sadly they were all unsuccessful. They all said they were satisfied with the club's vision, but they just didn't feel I was the right person. I'm guessing that's due to the lack of experience. Hopefully that won't be a similar thing after a few years at this club. So in the end, Kichi came back after I delayed it for a week and said, you're still interested? And I said, of course I am. The only club on the table currently, the only club that will actually speak to me. So I went in there. So here we are at Kichi, and I haven't done anything. Also, a little thing I thought to mention is, in the Pentagon Challenge, you have to start off Sunday League footballer and unemployed. That is the idea of the series. So that's the idea of the save. So that's why I have to do this. So let's go into these meetings and we'll introduce ourselves. So it is great to see you. We'll have a little bit of a look at the history. Quite an old team, but I don't imagine the league's particularly old. Yeah, fine, I'll do the press conference, but I'll do that off camera. And thank you. So here we go to our assistant manager, a Hong Kong international player, former international player. So yep, let's have a look at our squad. I like to do my backroom meetings every 2 weeks, and there is nothing I would particularly want you to do currently. That may change over time, but that is fine. So a few transfer things. We kind of have 8 players out on loan. And we actually have a director of football, Paul Foster. May look to get rid of him. I'm not sure. I don't really mind director of footballs. I don't really give them anything to do, so there's no different there. Alright, so have a look at their history. So they've won 5 Hong Kong First Divisions, which is the top league. They've won a few Second Divisions, a Hong Kong Third Division as well, Senior Challenge Cup, the Asian Continental Qualification. So I'm guessing that was sort of like the Intertoto Cup of Europe at the time, or maybe something like that. I'm not too sure. Is that competition still around? It is. Actually, it's a Hong Kong division. I thought it'd be a actual Asian competition for a few teams qualifying, but so it's not like the Intertoto Cup. It's completely nothing like it. And the Hong Kong FA Cup. So they've got quite a rich heritage of trophies. Are they? Let's have a look at all the club's honours. Are they the most successful team? No. South China are the most successful team in the division, and so were that team with 6, who were Happy Valley. So we're going in with one of the top 3 most successful teams in the country. Overall, pretty decent team as well. I haven't really looked at this too much, but we can see Zhang Quang Jin, quite a decent centre-back for this level apparently. He is currently South Korean, and I know there's rules in Asia about foreigners. Let's have a quick look at that. It is that you can have no more than 5 foreigners, so that means any country apart from Hong Kong of nationality. So he counts as one of our foreigners, but he's a very good player. We have Fernando Orico, Recchio, whatever. He's a defensive midfielder. I don't really enjoy playing tactics of defensive mids, but if we can, I will try and accommodate him there. If not, he'll drop back into the centre-back role. We have Huang Yang, who is someone from Hong Kong, which is decent to see. We have a good Hong Kongian player, Hongkonese, whatever you pronounce, however you'd call someone from Hong Kong. That's not particularly great, but he looks very, very decent indeed. Very nice mental stats. Hasn't really got the pace of a winger, but I'm sure he'll do for this level of football. We have Tares, Jordi Tares, 32 years of age. I think he is our actual captain, is he? He's a key player, so he's considered one of our best. He's a right attacking midfielder. It's a bit of a shame that we have a good right mid and right attacking mid. Because I imagine we're going to be playing attacking midfielders based upon the quality here with Christian Annan. So I think Hang Yang's going to be pushed into the centre, if anything, which is a bit disappointing. I would like to play players where they're best suited. And we have Juan Carlos Belencos, who is again Spanish. Quite a few Spanish players here, which is surprising. Who's a very, very good target man, actually. I don't think he'd look too out of place in a League 2 side in England. So that is a very good player. And who else do we have? Alexander Akande, another foreigner, advanced forward. And again, not too bad, pretty decent player. Doesn't want to play in England. Doesn't want to play for England, sorry. So clearly he is of English nationality. No, Nigerian nationality, but can play for England. So not too bad of a team. Pretty decent overall. Squad depth is a little poor. That's something we'll have to do. Our first game of this season, which I guess I can live com, will be against Southern District. I don't know why I went a bit weird. Southern District, who are predicted to finish around mid-table, so we'll be looking for a win there. How long is that into that first official fixture? It is a whopping, it doesn't actually tell me, 12 days until Man City. We're playing Man City, Jesus. But it's not too long, actually. It's not too long until the first game of the season. And it's not a very long season either, so hopefully we can do well this season, having won the title. Not last year, but the 2 years before that. We've clearly got a team who have built in success over recent years, so we'll be looking to repeat that again. And what I will do is I'll end this here. It's just a little intro video. It's just a little introduction to Kichi Sports Club. I will come back first game of the season with hopefully a lot of transfers done. Of course, we've got 5 foreigners already who are all very, very good players. So probably be looking for as many good Hong Kong players as we can. And I will come back with the tactic. First game of the season, which will be a live com. And hopefully the first win of our career and of the series. So until next time, guys. Peace out.